Now on set is KTVU political analyst Brian Sobel. Always something to talk about today. Let's start with Roy Moore and also Senator Al Franken. Where do you see these two cases going?
I think Franken survives if no more stories pop up. If a couple more stories come out, he's going to be hard-pressed to stay in the Senate. And in the case of Moore, these stories are really deeply disturbing, and I don't know what will happen here.
Do you think this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as all these sexual harassment allegations go in Congress? We're seeing them in Hollywood, we're seeing them everywhere, but for Congress?
Yes, I think we've watched this in Congress for years, watched it in the state legislature here in California for years, and as these stories come out, as more people are emboldened to talk, we'll hear more.
Let's talk about North Korea. The president putting North Korea back on the list of state-sponsored terrorist countries. What is the effect, the practical effect that this will have? Today, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson came out and said, this is largely symbolic, but we still needed to do it.
He's right about that. I mean, there are now just 4 nations on that list, the Sudan, Iran, and Syria, and now North Korea. And all it does really is put more pressure on them from an international perspective. But they're already a heavily sanctioned state. There's probably not a whole lot more we can do to them.
And they have the capacity, Rex Tillerson said, to just withstand a lot. And he said the leadership there just doesn't care about their people and what they're going through.
Oh, absolutely. The leadership, the elites in North Korea have always had enough to eat and enough to do to stay in power. It's the people that suffer there, and somehow their capacity for suffering eclipses anything else in the world, probably.
Brian, what do you think this move does? Do you think it's another signal for Kim Jong-un to start test firing more missiles?
Well, I think he's going to move ahead, as he has, firing missiles, doing whatever he wants to do, because from his perspective, what more can you do to me? Okay, now you call me a terrorist state. Oh, all right.
Brian, just yes or no, do you think that they'll pass a tax plan before Christmas?
No.
Okay.
A nice,
we'll talk more about that.